Alright, yo, it's your boy Jack Attack. Anyways, coming back with my second vid for the TTC. Um, First, this video will all be about my ducks. I'm done thanking everyone. Um, but I hope everyone's enjoying my vid so far. First one just put out a couple minutes ago, but making this one now. Now, what I want to talk about here is duck football. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that right here, right now. Now, where do I see this season going? Well, I see the Ducks winning the table. That's right. You heard it here first. The Ducks will come out swinging, and we will beat Michigan State. We will beat Stanford. We will beat UCLA. And of course, we'll beat Washington and Washington State. But our big task this year is Michigan State, of course. That's going to be our first real test. Stanford, UCLA. Um, I don't really think Arizona's that good this year. Um, I think we play SU anyways, so that doesn't scare me. Colorado, that's funny. It's funny to me that they're even in the Pac-12. They make the conference look bad. So does Washington State, by the way. But what about this team makes me feel so confident, you may ask? Well, it's first we got Marcus Mariota, who is, without a doubt, the best quarterback in the NCAA right now. Yes, Jameis Winston won the Heisman Trophy, and yes, he won the national championship, and yes, he is this and is that, but he's not better than Marcus Mariota. He's just not. Marcus Mariota didn't play in second halves of his games. Marcus Mariota, you know, was hurt for the Stanford game. He was hurt for the Arizona game. And honestly, that is why we lost last year. Is because we didn't have the threat of the run of Marcus Mariota, and we became a one-dimensional team, and we didn't have a way of solving that. This year, we have Royce Freeman, who's a good freshman that's coming in. We have my boy Arian Springs, that I think is a sleeper to be one of our starters at cornerback. We have Brown, this new wide receiver that is an early enrollee that you'll see what I'm talking about when the spring game comes around. And Brown's there catching passes. You, if you watched the Under Armour All American game or the Army All American game, who stood out? Really, was it Leonard Fournette that excuse me, that won what? He won the MVP off of Royce Freeman, who is going to be a Duck in that game against the best 5-star, on both sides. Not just in high school, not in just you know, his local high school team, which he could have been really good, and then got there and wasn't all that great. And Brown, same thing, could have been great at his local school. Any of these 5-stars can be great, have that great talent, but can't match up against superior talent. But Royce, from inside the 30 inside the 20, and inside the 15 where it's compact, where you don't have that much room. Scored 3 times. Ran for over 150 yards. Against good, if not great, defensive players that are going to Alabama, that are going to Auburn, that are going to Florida State, that are going to wherever, they are the best. They are the 5-star guys that are getting all the hype, but he scored 3 times, and they won't give it to the, I believe it was, they gave it to another linebacker. I believe it was the LSU. And not that he's not good. He is amazing. Trust me, he'll be a good guy for you LSU fans. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is when you come down to awarding the MVP and you don't give it to a player that scored 3 times, are you kidding me? Are you honestly kidding me? It's like giving Derek Jeter the MVP every year. Yeah, he's my favorite player. He should be, if he's not, the favorite player for all fans. And should be loved by and is loved by the MLB because he's such a good example and he's so good. But should he win the MVP for just showing up? He would say no, and I would say no. You have to earn it. You have to deserve the right to be said that you're that good. And now let me get on to Brown. Brown is by far the best receiver, and quote me on this, that the Ducks have recruited. He played phenomenal in that I think it was the Under Armour All-American game. I could be wrong. But he was that boy Allen that went to Texas A&M. He was that boy Allen's favorite wide receiver for I think he caught for over 150 yards on like 5 passes or something like that. He's good. He caught a touchdown. He's got great hops. I'm calling him Brown because Jalen Brown. I was blanking on his first name. But Stanford, and no, I'm not talking about Palo Alto Stanford. I'm talking about Dwayne Stanford, who's our 6'5", wide receiver, redshirt sophomore, because he was hurt last year. He's going to be our number 2 wide receiver. Everyone in, ESPN and Bleacher Report are talking, oh, what is Oregon going to do for the number 2 wide receiver? I can tell you. It's going to be Dwayne Stanford. At 6'5"? Are you kidding me? Are you honestly joking? Like it's not even a thought. It's just put Dwayne at number 2. Cause Braylon Addison's gonna be our number 1. Not gonna be wearing number 1. That's gonna be going to my boy Arian Springs. But it is he is gonna be our number 1. And can he handle it? Absolutely. absolutely, without a doubt. Um, you know, I don't think there's really a doubt that he, you know, can't handle it. Because he definitely can. He's proved that he's good. If you watched any of the Duck games last year, I know a lot of you SEC fans don't watch the Ducks, but I advise you to watch at least some of our games. Now, yes, we put teams away, you know, but look at our fast wide receivers, and we got Carrington, um, who was a young redshirt freshman who probably could have started for a lot of even SEC teams last year. Dan Carrington, whose father was a NFL pro wide receiver, he's going to be our number 3. We're going to work, you know, some a guy into the taser role, but honestly, I see Oregon having um, a solid slot receiver that will probably be roll um, roll in, roll out type between Allen, Lowe, and Carrington. I really think Carrington's going to be doing a lot big plays for the Ducks this year. And you know, now on to our defense. Our defense has been, and I'll be the first to admit, our defense hasn't really lived up to the Ducks' fast hard finish, and neither has our offensive line. But I'll start with the defense. Our defense is going to be a hell of a lot better. I'll justify this with saying this. Our defensive line will be the biggest and the most athletic the Ducks have ever seen this year. We'll have Armstead, we'll have Buckner, we'll have Washington, who are all 6'7", 6'5", 6'8", guys, and I don't really think there'll be much question. And our linebackers were really, really good there. Dick Malone Jr., um, Lonnie Hardrick. I like Dane Manley, who I see coming up and playing a big factor this year. You know, O'Shea Dunmore, gonna be good this year. Um, I really don't think, I don't think it's gonna matter that we lost Avery Patterson and Terrence Mitchell, because we have, and Brian Jackson, and don't get me wrong, those are huge losses, but honestly, we have Eric Doggan, who played a lot last year, a lot, and probably could have started if Avery Patterson had gone down. And then we got Tyree Robinson, who and Reggie Daniels, and um, I'm blanking on the third guy's name. Um, but we have Tyree and Reggie Daniels, who are two top-notch young guys. My pick is Tyree is going to win that job battle for the other safety spot, because the other safety is going to be Eric Doggan for sure. It's not even a question. It's like, yes, he wins, you know, because he has the most experience. He'll probably take that top safety position, but I really think the other safety position is going to be going to Tyree Robinson, and he's 6'4", 200 pounds who would not want a safety like that. He's going to be a monster. He's going to wreck some shit up. Now, furthermore, when we're talking about the Ducks D, we're talking a lot about Don Pelham, who I think, he says he's going to bring a swagger. Now, I'm going to have to watch the spring game, and I always do. I'm going to watch the spring game and see if that swagger translates to the field. That'll be big for this year. Because our defense, when it's got swagger, it really can't be beat. And, Efo's back, and so he'll be a shutdown corner. He'll shut down any wide receiver. He'll probably be the guy we put on any other school's number one wide receiver. They're not going to get open. They're just not. We'll put a safety over the top just in case, but won't be needed. Efo's so good. But offense, oh my god, offense, we're going to have a three-headed monster. And that's why I'm talking about Royce Freeman. Now, this guy, as I said earlier, is a beast. He just goes and goes and goes. There is no stopping him when he has the ball in his hands. And with him and Tyner and Marshall, all mixed with a healthy, and may I stress, healthy Marcus Mariota, and our abundance of wide receivers and tight ends, we could, and trust me, you will see in goal line situations, Marcus Mariota might go under center with a two tight end setup, almost like a Stanford offense. And Royce Freeman or Thomas Tyner are going to be in the backfield, maybe Marshall, but I don't really think he'll be really the power back. I really see that being Tyner or Royce, who are really good. But we have two tight ends. Johnny Mundt, oh my god. Tennessee fans, you saw him. I mean, he's no joke. And he's bigger. And he got bigger. He got jacked this winter. He is a monster this year. But Fedora Brown, he's still, probably our top tight end. And he's better than Colt was. Yeah, you heard me. He's better than Colt was. He just didn't play a lot last year. He had some injury issues, and then he had suspension. But he's basically the same guy Colt was, just a lot bigger. And when he did play, you saw that. And Munt is a monster. He was good last year, and he got bigger without getting slower. And that's what I love about this year. And it's important to mention, the Ducks, their offensive line, their defensive line, and the tight ends who needed to get bigger, because we do like to have a fast team, but sometimes that contradicts with being slim. That's like you're fast, you're slim, so be small, be quick. Not this year. You're gonna see a whole new Ducks. Bigger, faster, stronger, more awesome. And that's tough to imagine, because the Ducks are already just a bunch of awesome sauce. So, it's just like double, double. Give me a double double, because the Ducks will be awesome. Anyways, let's see. Did I miss anything? First week of practices really went good. Um, don't think there's anything too alarming about our punter transferring, because honestly, how often do we punt? But Buffalo left the team, but I don't know. Don't really care. We had love. He was a young guy that just couldn't cut it. So, anyways, this is my second bit. It's been 21 minutes, so I think that's a bit long, but I'll try to cut it down. Go Ducks. Throw the O up. Love the O. And yeah, it's your boy, Jack Tag. Peace out.